Good morning, everybody. This is Brian here at Bluegrass Honey and Bees. I'm going through my test hives that I'm trying to test some Caucasian genetics. I'm not very happy with these queens. They don't seem to be Caucasian. I see too many yellow bees here. It looks like they're Italian. I don't see any real Caucasian genetic traits yet. Haven't been in these hives for about 2 weeks, so we're going to see what they look like today. Looking at the landing board though, I see a lot of yellow bees coming in. Well, there's a good sign. There's some propolis. Today I'm removing some strips because this mite treatment's done. I stuck a second box in this hive because I lost a colony. I lost 2 actually. So I just gave them the boxing bees, just to see how they were gonna, if they could do anything with it. These were a little bit larger. You've probably seen them in one of my other videos when I did this. This hive really did not look like it was Caucasian at all. I'm still seeing a lot of yellow bees. I do see some darker bees, which could be Caucasian genetics, but they're still really small. Probably going to take this hive back down to a single because, well, they're really small. It's supposed to be a trait of these bees this time of year. They're supposed to brood up really good in the summertime, but I haven't seen it yet. I have been feeding. I haven't fed them a whole lot because, well, time gets away from you. And it's got away from me. I'm going to see what we look like. Well, we got new fresh pollen coming in. I think I'm going to put these all down to a single box. I think I am. It's a pretty decent brood pattern right there. Move this strip. She don't look too bad. She's laid this up pretty good. If my camera had zoom, I'd let you see the eggs and larvae. Okay. But there's no eggs and larvae in it that I can show you because I don't have zoom on that camera for some reason. My cameraman is giving me trouble right now. He's showing you the ground. This is all eggs and larvae, so she's got 3 frames of brood right down here in this bottom box so far. This looks like a frame of brood, food, frame of nothing. Nothing. There's some food. They do got some food down here. Not a super amount, but they got a little bit. I'm going to see if I can't force them to grow out the rest of this frame right here. We're going to look at this top box and see what it looks like. Top box has some weight to it. See what they're putting away up here. What they're doing up here. Looks like there's some nectar coming in. Eggs in this box. Too many yellow bees. Food. Some eggs. Nothing to really write home about. I'm going to get them buttoned back up. These 10 colonies or 9 colonies now. Probably going to requeen them in the spring if they make it through the winter time. I am not impressed. They haven't acted right. I did make them late. I mean, look, all them yellow bees. I will not be ordering queens again from this place. Yeah, those are Italians mostly. I do know a lot of queen breeders, myself included, we open mate, so you can get some yellow bees. But the sheer amount I'm seeing here, it's almost like all she mated with was yellow bees. Nothing but food in that one. Brood nest should be about right here, according to how the bees are acting. I would say there's probably brood on this frame. Probably. One side's nothing but food. Let's see what we look. Oh, there's some brood here. My guess was right. It's cat brood. And there's eggs in here this other side. She's gearing up for something. Again, look at all them yellow bees. This thing's Italian. There. And it's not a well-bred Italian queen. I don't know how she's dark, but I guess some Italians can be dark queens. But all I'm seeing here are Italians. That's it. That's this whole colony. It's an Italian colony. They got food. And this queen is not, she's not doing good. I didn't treat these guys with Aprigard, so it didn't shut them down. And I've been feeding the mess out of them. There's just too many gold bees. I will never buy queens from them again. There's another frame of brood. Maybe you can see the milk brood in there, maybe you can't. I need to get a better camera. I got a GoPro 12 and, well, the zoom feature ain't the great. And this is a good indication of a poorly mated queen. Supersede cell. Is it charged? It's not charged, but shouldn't be seeing those. I typically buy all my queens from Man Lake when I need to buy queens and add genetics. Those OHV queens are pretty nice. The Carnioleans. I really like those queens. I haven't had any problems. I don't get gold yellow bees when I get those Carniolean queens, but man, this is supposed to be Caucasian, and just look at it. You all be the judge. Does those look like Caucasian bees to you? This hive has been sitting here for 2 months. If they were Caucasian bees, boy, you would know it. That'd all be a different color. Same thing with Carnioleans. Carnioleans are dark. You might see some yellow here and there because open mating, and there might be some Italian drones around. But generally speaking, you don't see this many. And this is from my own personal years of grafting and raising my own queens that I know this. I'll see Man Lake, or there is Two River Honey, or Two River Queens. They're supposed to have Caucasian. I might try some of those next year. But these are not Caucasians. They are not. I don't even see much propolis in Caucasian. It's supposed to propolize a lot. These look like all nothing but Italians so far. I'm not even going to bother going through this top box. These are not genetics I was hoping for. I was hoping for Caucasian. Well, we'll go through one. Couple more doubles here. I made them doubles because I wanted to protect the comb from other hives that had died. Look at that landing board. All you see is, oh, there's one dark bee and the rest are yellow. No, there ain't nothing wrong with Italians. To each their own. It's a matter of preference. I don't care for them. Now, they got a little more propolis in this box, but not really. Not what I was expecting. Got a little more darker bees. I see some darker bees in here. Hive beetles. Some wonky comb. Well, these are angry bees. Look at that. Nest start on the third frame in. This whole box is brood. I'm not digging these patterns. These queens are not. They're not well mated, that's for sure. I know some of those could be where food is. I mean, but they're polished. There's no eggs in them yet. I know everybody will say we've been in a dearth, and that's why, but not, these bees has not been in a dearth. They've been bringing in pollen, and I've been feeding them, and feeding them, and feeding them. There's no reason. I wonder if she's filled all that in, but that's still a shoddy brood pattern. That is still shoddy. Still the same stuff. See all I want to see of this one. Go look at one of these singles real quick. Before I finish the business. Decision made. He put away a lot of syrup. Look at that shitty brood pattern. All right. I know what I'm gonna do with these guys. I don't even want to go through anymore. I got one that's not a Carnegalian, or a Caucasian rather. I want to look at it. When we're done, we're going to tell my viewers what I'm planning on doing with these fellers. This hive down here is not Caucasian. It's Carnegalian. This one came from my honey house. When I extracted, we had queens pass through the queen excluder, and we stole a queen or two. Now, this one looks a lot different as far as bee force goes. Gonna pull these strips from the top. Not really gonna go through the top box. I see the need. So I see the bottom box. This is all honey. Yeah, I know, girls. Why am I bothering you? This one, I don't know what it's going to be like. I ain't looked at it since I sat here 2 months ago. Put near. I think I marked this queen. She might not be doing well. This is her second year on Earth. Or she might just be doing fabulous. When I set this down, she only had a frame of brood and a cup full of bees 2 months ago, so she's done pretty good. Now brood pattern, that's the very edge of the nest. I think it's alright this time of year for a Carniolan hive. Just a touch more smoke. Yeah, that's pretty good looking brood. Looks like they had food. They need some food, boy. They look like they're pretty hungry. Haven't really fed this colony much. They got a bunch of food in that top box, so. And there's just in case we need it cell. I still see some drones. That ain't so bad. This is what I expect to see. I'm not impressed with her though, but she does have more bees. She's starving. She got food. Take it. So this hive ain't so bad, but it ain't so good. When I set her down there 2 months ago, she literally had like 300 bees and half a frame or frame of brood. So she's come a long way in 2 months. I might see what she looks like a couple more weeks from now. These other hives, every one of them, I'm gonna kill the queen and I'm gonna combine them with hives I got up on my other yard. These are a waste of money. I'm not happy with them. They're not doing anything like they're supposed to, especially with the amount of feed I've been putting on them and the amount of pollen that keeps coming in. They're too yellow. I'll probably go with 2 River queens and test Caucasians next year from 2 River. Or might give up entirely. I just wanted to see what Caucasians are like. I have no experience with them. Might just stay with my Carnioleans because I like them. Good beta bees. Yeah, they have a swarm tendency in spring. Everybody seems to complain about, but as long as you stay on top of it and you split, if you need to split, and for my operation I need to split, you don't got much problems with them swarming. Unless the season like this year was really early and they catch you with your pants down, and they caught me this year, boy. I split them down. I made 200 nukes. I split every one of my colonies down to 2 frames of brood and a field force is all they had left. And I'll be darned, they started swarming 3 weeks later. 3 weeks later, that queen just lit them things up because they had so much nectar and pollen coming in. And all my boxes started becoming pollen bound, or not pollen bound, but nectar bound. So I had some hives, and I've never had them that tall before, this year that were like 7 foot tall. There was so much honey coming in, so much nectar. It was an interesting year. Like all my hives in Richmond, I really don't got to feed. When I pulled Richmond's off, when the nectar flow is supposed to end in Richmond, it usually ends about the 20th of June, and I went and pulled all my supers off. They were all capped and dried enough. I come back the next week to feed them, and every deep had 7-8 frames of honey that they were empty when I left. They stored away 7 to 8 frames of nectar, and it's like that flow just went on for a couple more weeks, and I didn't anticipate that, but it was good because I don't have to feed them out there. So anyway, this is Brian with Bluegrass Honey and Bees. Y'all have a good weekend.